Welcome, dear friends, to our time of devotional reflection for Friday, June the 16th, 2023. I'm Brian J. Munro, pastor of Kitimat First Baptist Church in beautiful Kitimat, British Columbia. And today we are continuing on with following Pastor John MacArthur's devotional book entitled Drawing Near, Daily Readings for a Deeper Faith. Today's entry is entitled Taking Spiritual Inventory. Religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. James chapter 1, verse 27, New International Version. Our main thought for today is God doesn't tolerate compromise with the world. And Pastor MacArthur writes, keeping yourself unstained by the world, as one translation would read it, or polluted by the world, as the NIV puts it, is an important test of your spiritual condition. The Apostle John said, "Do not love the world, nor the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him." That's from 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. At first glance, that might sound contradictory, since God himself so loved the world that he gave his Son to die for it. That's exactly what it says in John 3:16. But John 3:16 refers to the inhabited earth, the people for whom Christ died. 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 refers to the evil world system in which we live, which includes the lifestyles, philosophies, morality, and ethics of our sinful culture. That world and everything it produces is passing away. In 1 John chapter 2, verses 16 to 17, we read, "For everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life comes not from the Father, but from the world. The world and its desires pass away, but whoever does the will of God lives forever." James, in his letter, chapter 4, verse 4, says, "You adulterous people, don't you know that friendship with the world means enmity against God? Therefore, anyone who chooses to be a friend of the world becomes an enemy of God." Those are strong words. But compromise is intolerable to God. You can't be his friend and a friend of the world at the same time. Separation from the world is the final element of true religion mentioned in James chapter 1. Before progressing to chapter 2, take a final spiritual inventory based on the checklist provided in verses 26 to 27. Do you control your tongue? Review the quality of your conversation often. What does it reveal about the condition of your heart? Are there speech habits you need to change? Do you demonstrate love for others? Do you have a sincere desire to help those in need? When you do help, are your motives pure, or are they simply trying to soothe your conscience or make others think more highly of you? Do you remain unpolluted by the world? What is your attitude toward the world? Do you want to win it for Christ and remain unstained by its evil influences? Or do you want to get as much out of it as you possibly can? Interesting questions, my friends. I firstly thank you so much for taking a few moments out of your day to listen to a devotional reflection from Dr. John MacArthur. I really, really appreciate you spending the time listening to me read it for you. It means a lot. I've taken Pastor MacArthur's suggestions for prayer and for further study, and I've inserted them into the description portion of this video so that you can do just that. Take up his suggestions for prayer and do it, and also maybe do some of the extra reading and review he suggests, and answer the questions or think about the ideas that he puts forward from the scriptures. And until we can be together again, I pray that will be tomorrow, to hear another devotional reflection from Pastor MacArthur. I bid you go in the peace of the Lord.